You know, a guy came in from Africa. He's like, how are these people surviving? I can't live in the UK. He said our life is like robot. That is like a remote, that all we do is walk. Walk, come back home, walk, come back home. And it's truth. If we are not working, we are at home resting.
No one has that time, because I remember like back home, you'd finish work and then you call your friends, or let's meet at that chicken place.
Exactly.
Here, who are going to meet at that chicken place?
No, you just want to rest.
When they've told you to go and pick your child at this specific time.
No.
And even besides that small time that you get, you
just want to rest. You want to spend it with your loved one.
Yes.
That is why they do a lot of vacation.
Your loved ones. I want to have my peace and quiet. I just want to come and watch TV by myself.
I want peace.
I don't want problem. Welcome to
Conversation on the Couch
with
Rachel and Tebby.
Ooh.
What are you wearing, babe?
This is our culture where I'm from the western part of Uganda.
I am from Nigeria.
There are very many tribes in Nigeria.
I am from the Yoruba land. Yoruba speaking. Yeah. Yes, so
I'm from the western part of Uganda, and this is how we dress traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in Yoruba land, we have the ofi. I'm wearing the ofi, adire, and ileke, which is the bead.
Okay. So I think we wear this now when we are going for like weddings, like traditional functions.
Yeah.
And there are obviously quite a number of tribes in Uganda, but from the western side of the country, this is what we wear.
And it's so beautiful and sexy.
We call it omwenda. Some other people call it busuti. Other people people have different names. Yeah. I hope I'm even not pronouncing it wrong. But yes, what a better way to talk about what it means to be an African. Living abroad. More so the African girl.
Yeah.
Living and working.
The challenges.
Abroad. What was it like for you the first time you came to the UK?
Like I said, it was a strange experience for me, I will lie. I was pregnant. I was pregnant when I got into this country.
Yeah.
And the first person, someone walked up to me and was asking me for the sex of my child. And was asking me for my due date. I'm like, why? So I was so cold to answer because it's a man. If it were even to be a woman, I would be like, why is she asking me that kind of question? But because in Africa, you don't just walk up to a pregnant lady and asking her for her due date.
Unless you really know.
But my husband was like, it's normal. It's just what they do here. So before I had my baby, so it now became like a song to my ears because everybody I see was like, oh my goodness, you're having a baby. When will you be due? What's the sex of the child? So me too, I turned to a British.
a British pregnant woman. Yeah. I think for me, it was more of the excitement of when I saw the African market. Tebby. From that day on, I did not miss home.
I know because of our food.
Peterborough market.
I
just bumped into it. I even don't know.
My God.
You know, it was when you walk into Wilco, there was that Wilco, and from the other end, the back end. Yeah. And I was like, what's going on here? And there was a market just walking in. And then I saw
your African food.
I was like, thank that day I ate the local food.
I know, because here they eat so much bread.
I did not even miss home anymore.
I know. They do so much bread, yeah.
So much bread in the winter.
Oh my God.
With a cold cheese.
I'm so sorry. I went for an English wedding and I starved to that wedding. Like, I'm going to eat. When I got there, I'm sorry to say this. It was bread, tomatoes, lettuce. I'm like, where is my jollof rice? Where is my amala? You know?
Yes, having to miss food. And then,
food, yeah.
You know, when you need like medication back home, you send a maid.
Rachel.
Go and get me paracetamol.
My dad came to the United Kingdom and he needed a medication. But we had to be looking for a pharmacist to be able to write out that medication to prescribe.
Yes.
And my dad was like, why can't you just go to the counter and get me what I need? You know those challenges we face.
And obviously there are bad sides to that, but that difficulty of having to access something. Because
with the medication, I think because a lot of people like hold these
self-harm, self-medicate, and then
overdose and all that. So they are just trying to regulate everything, which I think is a good thing. But in Africa don't crack.
No, remember,
we do just self-harm in Africa.
You 1 big cup of herbs to
yeah, of course. In fact, I have some here. We call it agbo. Here, we call it agbo. Agbo jedi. We have agbo bank. In fact, I took one last week. My children, they love it because there's a way we give it to them. We use the syringe. We use it to give it to them and they like it. You know, when they love eating sugar, they will love taking agbo.
That is the African woman living abroad.
Yeah, and Richie, how do you feel when they ask you, is that your real hair?
As far as I'm concerned, I bought it. It is mine.
You know, last week I had this beautiful braid. And my colleague was pulling my hair like, oh my goodness, it's beautiful, but is this real?
It is real. I bought it with my own money.
Seriously?
We've gone through
a lot. Yeah.
And then having to queue for everything. Traffic, you're queuing. GP, you're queuing.
You are queuing. To just, even at your child's school, you are queuing. In Africa, you see someone at the front that you just...
No, that you tell them outside, come and pick me up.
Come on, you just make that phone call. You'll be like, no, I can't stand that queue. And you are inside already. But here, you have to queue for everything. You're at McDonald's, you are queuing.
Everywhere, queue.
I think it's just how they organize their things, because human, we just get out of place sometimes. But I think the organization really makes sense. That's why it is a bit different here.
But you also notice that, I don't know if you've had time to go back home. When you go back home, there is that big transition of like, how was I even adapting? Like because you've come here and everything has got to be in a certain way.
No, Rachel, you just have to adapt. You just have to adapt. Sorry. Have you seen a situation whereby you parked in the disabled car park and people are like looking at you like, are you why do you have, is there a blue badge in front of your car? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do things like that. You just want to do things in order. I did something with my daughter this morning. At times I don't wait for the green man to come out. But last week I was with some school boys, college boys. And one of the boys, just because the road was clear and wanted to just cross the road, the other one was saying, no, you can't do that. Can't you wait for the green man? So I told my husband, I just want to teach my daughter what is right. So I told her this morning, let's wait for the green man to come up. When the green man comes up, then we can now cross the road.
How about, I
think it's just the right thing to do.
Tebi, there is this thing of, obviously there is a way we are projected when we are in Africa by the Western society that Africa is always poor, because even our kids, they will be surprised that are there big cars in Africa, are there big houses,
are there lights in Africa?
Big our houses are. Like, I used to stay in a 3-bed. All the rooms were self-contained. And when you came, the shock.
Oh my God. When I saw my living room was like my room in Africa. I'm like, and I was thinking maybe it's because my husband is trying. When I got to people's house, I'm like, where is the living room? And we just have to get used to all these things.
The living space is minimal. It's very, very small.
And there is something they do here which I appreciate when we're talking about the pregnancy. You know, in a situation where you go to the clinic and maybe the nurse is trying to check your BP, try to check your blood pressure and all that, and is asking for your permission to do that. Oh my goodness, that thing is so nice. You know, in Africa, when she was asking for, I'm sorry, can I touch you? I'm about to touch you now. Is it okay if I touch you?
Explaining
everything to me, carrying me along. But in Africa, I don't know now because it's been over 10 years since I've left home. I don't know how they run it now. But then, in fact, the nurse will be insulting you, like when you are in the labor room and you are shouting, Madam, why are you shouting? Madam.
No, they'll slap you if you're not.
Yes, there was an incident that the nurse slapped the lady because she was shouting. So you can, but they don't treat you like that here.
How about raising kids?
Oh my goodness.
Auntie, we don't like auntie.
You know, I was telling Rachel that it's okay because I keep telling my loved ones that if you know my child is doing something that is wrong, please try to correct them. But Rachel, you can't.
No, you can't just go around correcting other people's.
I said I've seen a mom that I was trying to correct the child, and the mom said, "No, don't worry, I will talk to him myself. I know how to talk to him. You know, because me, I was trying to just. I believe your child is my child in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, but here it's a different thing. It
is a different ball game. How about keeping time?
Oh my God, appointments.
Everything is
appointment. You want to see GP, you have to book an appointment. You want to see optician, you need in fact, the dentist. I wanted to see the dentist last week and they were giving me around March. There was a time I needed an appointment that I had to wait for like 9 months.
You don't just do silly walk-ins.
You don't just walk in. Where do you want to walk in? If you are even walking in, you are staying there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yes.
Hey, Annie, you are there. You useless your life like.
Even years.
They will tell you. I told you about my car. Because I needed to see a mechanic. I need my car urgently. I needed to see a mechanic. Now, I just have to book an appointment. They were giving me March. We are still in February. They are saying end of March. And I need a mechanic right now.
There was when I reached here and I got my first car, I went to the petrol station and then it was me having to get out of the car and fuel it myself. I said,
you are in the car, they're asking you. You hold the nozzle.
Even when the tire pressure is gone,
you do it. It's DIY.
I remember
a community of DIY. Do it yourself.
My cousin that has a garage, I used to call him and be like, Dixon, come and pick my car from here.
No. DIY. You know, we bought a house, an empty new house. We did everything from start to finish. We were fixing wardrobes. We were fixing TV unit. We were fixing there was only rug, the carpet, the rug. We were fixing the washing machine, fixing everything. I'm like, where is this? Where am I?
Community of DIY.
And you are reading it from the manual. Where is the nail going to be? You see like 16 nails here. They will now label it A, B, C. Babe, I was forced to learn. I watch YouTube tire.
It is obviously very interesting.
Rachel, for me too, even with my hair, I had to learn. Because to make hair, African hair is expensive. I had to learn I make my hair myself. At times I make my wigs myself.
We're talking about appointments, and then I didn't want to forget this. You know, when the bus misses you, the bus is also an appointment.
Miss the bus and wait for 2 hours. You be like, when is the next, especially in this our community, that in London you can quickly get maybe in the next 5 minutes.
In some towns it's much more easy to get a bus like every other minute.
You'll be forced to want to drive. Like
actually in Peterborough after 6 you might not get a bus.
You might not get a bus. You'll be there. So what are you looking for? That is why by 6 everybody is inside. And in a situation whereby someone is knocking at your door, it's not the postman.
You can't go to borrow sugar in the next I hear my salt has run out. Help me with some salt.
Neighbor, help me with In fact, for me, I might even be checking the person in the camera. Like, no, I'm not expecting any visitor. So if I'm not expecting you, I'm not expected to open the door for you. But in Africa, we just barge into people's houses like, I've come to greet you. Did you have rice? Did you have jollof rice? You know.
Yeah, so that is the African girl.
You just have to fit in.
African girl.
And it can be challenging,
It
Rachel.
can be challenging. Even marriage.
Yeah, marriage.
Looking after your home.
Oh.
Being single as well. It is hard to find a relationship, whether you're a man.
Yeah.
Because
in fact, I pity the singles.
Everyone is looking for money.
You know, a guy came in from Africa. He's like, how are these people surviving? I can't live in the UK. He said our life is like robot. That is like a remote. That all we do is walk. Walk, come back home, walk, come back home. And it's truth. If we are not working, we are at home resting.
No one has that time, because I remember, like, back home, you'd finish work and then you call your friends, or let's meet at that chicken place.
Exactly.
Here, who are going to meet at that chicken place?
No, you just want to rest.
When they've told you to go and pick your child at this specific time. And even besides that small time that you get, you just want to rest.
You want to spend it with your loved one.
Yes.
That is why they do a lot of vacation.
Your loved ones. I want to have my peace and quiet. I just want to come and watch TV by myself.
I want peace.
I don't want problem.
It's so different, babe.
It is so different.
It's just like the life we live in Africa is different from the life we live here. That's the truth. There's a lot of fun in Africa. Africa is the food party. They call something Owambe at my place, as in we party like every. But if anybody invites you for a party, you are preparing for like 6 months.
They will even tell you no kids.
They will even tell you no kids.
Yeah. Why are you going to leave them?
You have to start looking for childcare because you want to go for. That was why. Because whenever they give me that kind of invite, I'm sorry to say, people that has given me that kind of invite, I'm not happy with it. Where do you want me to put my kids? When I wanted to do my wedding, I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I rather look for something. I rather look for something that will make it fun for the kids. So I went all out to look for an entertainer. I made sure they were fed. Because why would you say no kids? Where do you want me to put my child?
Yeah.
The day I'm going to work, I have to look for childcare. So the day I'm going to party too, I would no way.
To enjoy yourself.
To enjoy yourself. Yeah.
So guys, until next time.
Yeah.
There will be another series of the African girl living abroad.
I hope you love our attire.
And until next time, remember to like,
share,
comment,
subscribe, please. It means a lot to us. And those that are liking our page, we love you.
We love you. And let us know what your experience is like being the African child living abroad. Tell us your experience. What excited you? What did you find strange? And until next time, it's been Rachel and
Sebi.
On
Conversation on the Couch.
Bye.